And we are go. Hello, it's Shelley. I am really excited to share this with you because I've been resisting for a long time. People have often said, you should do a podcast. And I've said, nope, not interested. But here we go. I am interested and I am here and I am bringing you the She is Courageous podcast. Now, I'm going to share with you straight off my mission. It's really simple. I want to inspire, motivate and empower. And I know they are words you hear all the time, but I want to do that in my way. I want to give you the tools, the tactics, the advice you need to create the success that you dream of in your life, because you can. But I thought what we'd do before I get into all the episodes is I'd introduce myself and share with you my hope for this podcast. For those of you that don't know me and might be wondering what the heck I've got to offer in terms of insight, wisdom, and may I say credibility when it comes to business and mindset, here's a little snippet. I spent most of my life in the corporate world, 25 years in fact. I worked in retail and hospitality back in the UK, and I basically ran other people's businesses for them. And for most of that time, I loved it. And actually I was really good at it. I worked in multiple departments, if you like, across all the functions, from sales to operations to marketing, supply chain, you name it, I've had a hand in it. And I had a great life. I worked for some incredible businesses. I met some incredible people, one of whom being my husband. Many of those other people are in my life now, but I changed. Well, actually, my life changed. And as a result, I changed. And as I headed towards my 40th birthday, so much had shifted. My husband and I had experienced significant personal loss in the previous 4 years. And I started questioning everything. I was questioning where I was headed and what it was all for. Enter coaching. Now, I had years of leading and coaching teams behind me, so coaching was a really natural transition, but training and qualifying as an actual coach, doing it properly, was life-changing. So by 2019, I'd made the decision that I wanted to start my business. I wanted to do this for real, and I was planning my exit from the corporate world. I was ready for a new year and a new decade. But as we all know, 2020 clearly had other plans to that any of us had, and that is a story for another day. In the last 4 years, I have grown my coaching business. I've moved around the world, back again and out again, meaning I've achieved a lifetime goal of living internationally with my husband. We now live in Dubai. And I've learned more about myself than I thought was possible. And that is why I am so passionate about helping you learn about yourself too. Now, I'm not a traditional mindset coach, and I'm probably not your traditional business coach, but I like to think I'm a brilliant blend of both. My mission is to help as many women as possible get out of their heads, out of their own way, and into courageous action so that they can create the life that they dream of and absolutely deserve. So what can you expect from the She is Courageous podcast? Well, we're going to be talking all things mindset, life, and business. In fact, we're going to be bringing all three of those together. I want to get you thinking differently. And I'm going to endeavour to always give you practical tips to take away. I'll share with you my experiences, my insights, my learnings, and together we're going to take bold, courageous action. If you're watching this on YouTube, you now know I'm not in some fancy studio. I am live from Shelley Bosworth Coaching HQ, which is my office in my home. I talk fast and sometimes I trip over my own words. I make mistakes, but I'm not planning to edit all of those out either. I want you to know I'm real, I'm not perfect, and we don't have to be to achieve the things we want to achieve. I've got a pretty practical approach to most things, so my intention is simply to help you understand your mindset and how it relates to and plays out in pretty much everything you do. I don't beat about the bush, but I'm also not someone who likes to be really spicy and controversial. That's just not my thing. I simply say things as I see them rather than pussyfooting around, as we call it. I will bring in business tactics and experiences if they are relevant, but everything will have mindset at the foundation of what we're talking about. Well, actually, everything at its core will be about a courageous mindset so that you go for the goals that you have in your life. I think that's everything you need to know right now. So let's have some fun, let's learn about ourselves, and most of all, let's get courageous.